Let's talk today about the Keystone XL project. First of all, what is the Keystone XL project? It's the building of a proposed 36-inch diameter pipeline built to transport tar sand oil from Canadian oil fields in Alberta across the United States to refineries and shipping ports in the Gulf of Mexico. The pipeline would move tar sand oil, described by one NASA scientist as, quote, one of the dirtiest, most carbon-intensive fuels on the planet, across the interior of the United States. What would this project do for American energy independence? Apparently, nothing. A number of our lawmakers, fortunately, are concerned that Keystone XL would not provide petroleum products for domestic use, but simply facilitate getting Alberta oil sand products to American Gulf ports for export to China and other countries. Who then benefits from Keystone? The Canadian oil companies that would build it. What about job creation as a result of the project? Well, this has been widely disputed and debated. It seems that during the construction phase, there'd be a couple thousand temporary jobs created in the U.S. Upon completion of the project, the number of new, permanent American jobs would be negligible, and these would be jobs based on old technology. Interestingly, by comparison, the solar industry cites a job growth potential of 6 times the overall job growth rate in this country. A recent study by the University of Massachusetts at Amherst claims that developing a green infrastructure program yields 4 times as many jobs as an equal investment in oil and gas related industries. Senator Mitch McConnell recently claimed that the Keystone XL pipeline doesn't require a penny of our taxpayer money and that all the president has to do is approve it. But that's not quite the complete picture. While the pipeline itself would not be directly funded by U.S. tax dollars, there are tangent aspects of the project that benefit from taxpayer subsidies. For example, refineries that are linked to the project would receive $1 and $1.8 billion in tax breaks. These are paid specifically for investing in the equipment needed to process the heavy sour oil that would be delivered by the pipeline. So, if I were president, here's what I'd do. First, veto the project should it receive congressional approval. Doing so would free up the funds lost to tax breaks for those related industries. Let's use the conservatively lower figure of $1 billion. I'd propose allocating 10% of that amount, $100 million, as an incubation fund to develop solar and wind energy products along the path that the Keystone pipeline would have followed. By doing so, we'd be creating clean energy for domestic use in the United States and developing a stronger green infrastructure, putting more people to work in permanent jobs at 10% of the outlay, and avoiding a host of potential environmental problems. But that's just what I'd do. Think about it.